Hi guys, and welcome to our College and Career Readiness crash course. College and Career Readiness crash course. Get your learning caps on. Hi guys, and welcome to College and Career Readiness crash course with me, Amairani. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you're joining me. And basically this whole series, we're going to be examining this one question that a lot of us got and continue to get if you're still in school, which is, what are you going to do when you grow up? What's up with that question? That's such a loaded question. I know that whenever I was younger and I would get that question, I was just like, yo no sé. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, you know? All I knew was go to school, go home, do some homework, snack a lot, and that was it. I didn't really know or really think about what I wanted to do. And so this entire series, I hope, will help you be able to explore yourself, learn about you, learn about different options that are out in the world, so that whenever someone does ask you that question, you can be like, hold up, what's up with this question? And then second of all, you can give them an answer that you feel comfortable with and that you feel knowledgeable about. So for me, I know that whenever I was younger, I wanted to be a lot of things. You know, the normal stuff like a teacher, I wanted to be a ballerina, I wanted to be an opera singer. At one point, I was in choir and I was hitting the notes, so I thought I was all that, and that's apparently what opera singers did in my head. Obviously, that's not what they do, and that's obviously not what am doing today. But it was definitely a process. Also, at one point, I wanted to be an astronaut, and for the longest time, I wanted to be a journalist. I know that I dedicated so much of my time and my efforts to being a journalist. I was in my yearbook class. I was the editor-in-chief. I took classes. I took an internship about it. However, it was when I got to college that, for me, it really opened up my eyes to see that even though I was interested and there were so many things that I loved about this career, it was something that I didn't really want to do. And so for me, college was a place where I not only earned a degree and I had all of this education provided for me, but it was also a place where I learned about myself and what I wanted to do. So hopefully we can kind of start that ball rolling for you guys, and just let's put on our learning pants and get started, all right? So I want you to take a moment and think, what is college? What does that mean to you? What have you heard? What have your teachers told you? Do you have a sibling who's maybe in college? What have you heard about it? So just take a second, you can pause this video and just think to yourself, what is college? What does that mean to me? What does that look like? Am I in a specific building? Am I doing specific things? Do I have homework? Am I with other people? So just take a moment to just take those questions in and just think to yourself, what is college? So college, or a post-secondary institution, is a place that you go after you've graduated from high school, or you've received your GED, and you're able to get experience and education and knowledge and skills that will help you with a career. So I'm using college right now a little bit broadly, just to kind of help guide our conversation. So what I want you guys to do is visualize these trees here in a forest. So each one of these obviously is different, right? So this one over here has red flowers, this one here has some blue flowers, and then this one here has purple. They're all trees. They're all different types of trees. They have different types of leaves, they have different types of flowers, but they're trees, and they're each one providing some sort of fruit. So in the same way, even though I'm using college as a broad term, there's so many different types of college, and each one of them will help you get the education and the skills that you need for the career that you want to get. So kind of start thinking about what your career that you're currently interested in would require you, because maybe what you're interested in doesn't require you to go to college for 4 years. Maybe it requires you to go to college for 2. And maybe there's a way for you to get that same education and get those skills without maybe even having to be in school for those 2 years. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and take a look at what the different types of trees in our college and post-secondary forest look like, all right? So we're going to be talking about these 3 particular institutions in regards to our realm of higher education, okay? So I know that they're not the only 3 options that are out there, but these are the 3 that we're going to be focusing on today, all right? So the first one we're going to be talking about is our 4-year college or university. So that one is a traditional one that I normally think about, maybe you normally think about whenever someone says college, right? So they're the ones that we see in the movies. It's the ones that, almost immediately come to mind whenever someone asks, like, hey, what college are you thinking about? Or, hey, have you heard of that college? Hey, what is college? Have you visited a college campus? Those are usually the ones that, you're thinking about. They're the ones I know I'm thinking about. So they're the most traditional ones that we normally talk about. So like the name implies, 4-year colleges or universities typically take 4 years to complete. So that means that their programs are designed to be studied and completed within 4 years. However, it is 100% okay if you take less time or more time to complete it. Just because, they've had it arranged so that you can take 4 years, maybe because of different circumstances, or maybe because they didn't have a class available during that one semester, it might take you a little bit longer. So once again, even though it says 4 years, it's okay if you complete it in less or more than that time. So another thing about colleges and universities is that there's about 2 different types in terms of finance. So there's private universities and then there's public universities. So what that means is, honestly, it comes down to tuition, which is the money that you're paying the school to be able to take those classes. So at a private school, they will not have access to funding from the government and from the state, which in turn would help you, which means that their prices are going to be a little bit higher. So private universities, they're being funded primarily through donations from alumni, or in particular from students like you. So again, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. However, if they offer you a good financial aid package and you're interested in going to that school, then there's not a problem with you going to those schools. There's also the different side of that coin, which is a public school, which basically is going to be the opposite. These schools are being funded by the state, and so they are getting money to be able to reduce the cost for you as a student. So these are schools that, again, are funded by the state. They have scholarships and funding that is being paid for through the state, and that is going to be helping you as a student. So sometimes I know some of the questions asked, is one better than the other one? And the answer is not necessarily. Just because you're paying money to go to this school doesn't make that school better, because maybe the program that you are interested in isn't being offered at a private school, but it's being offered at a public school, and it's actually accredited to be one of the best schools in the state or in the country. So just because there's a difference in pricing, it doesn't mean that one school is going to be better than the other one. So another thing to know about 4-year schools is that typically they give you a bachelor's degree. So that means that this is a degree that you are getting for completing all of the hours and all of the studying and all of the classes that you put your work into, and they're giving you this degree. So this degree is the one that a lot of colleges, obviously, like I said, are going to give you, but it's the one that's going to give you a pathway into a job. It's the one that a lot of employers are looking for nowadays, and it's one that will definitely help you whenever you're looking to kind of start off your career and your profession. So there's 2 different types of degrees. So there's one that's going to be a little bit more broad, and then there's one that's going to be a little bit more specific. So what I mean by that is, even though you are getting a bachelor's degree, there is a bachelor that may be a little bit more specific to a different type of career. So for example, think of a scientist. A scientist might not need to know, you know, the grammar structure of a sentence, or the primary colors of the rainbow, all of these things, but they need to know specifically what they're going to be studying. So if a chemist needs to know about chemistry, they need to understand all of the breakdowns of molecules and atoms and components of the periodic table. So they're going to need to know specific things that are going to help them in their career. Versus a bachelor's of arts, they're probably not going to be as detailed, and they're going to be a little bit more broad and help you with that information that will help you apply it to different types of jobs. So even though you have a bachelor's of arts in writing, maybe your career that you're doing is using that degree and so those skills, and then everything else that you learned, it's also applying it to that career. So it's a little bit more broad, and it'll help you apply it to different careers. So the main thing about a college and university is that it's teaching you the knowledge, it's teaching you the skills to be able to not only do what you're studying and what you intend to do, but it's also giving you the skills and the knowledge to be able to do all of these other things. So for example, I'll use me. I have a degree in communications, so that means I can work as a reporter, I can work as a journalist, I can work as a teacher, I can do debate. You know, there's a lot of different things where I can apply the skills and the knowledge that I learned that doesn't relate to only communication. So like I said, bachelor's degrees is something that employers are definitely looking for, and it just depends on how you market yourself and how you apply these skills and the knowledge that you learned. So the next one that we're going to be talking about is community colleges and junior colleges. So what that means is that these are schools that are usually about 2 years. So that's going to be something that's different from these. This one you're investing 4 years or more or less. And at community college, you're really only going to be there for 2 years. So they're teaching you the information and the knowledge in order to do a specific career. So they're going to have a lot of technical programs. They're going to have a lot of programs that are, again, going to be applied to one area, and that you can also take and transfer to a 4-year school. So that's something also that you can look into. Versus a bachelor's degree from the 4-year university though, you're really only going to get an associate's degree, a certificate, and or a diploma. So all of the 2 years that you're putting into this career, you're going to end up with 1 or maybe all 3. And so again, these are ones that you can use to market yourself and to say, like, I did all of this practice, I did all of this studying in this area, and I can apply it to XYZ. So they are, again, programs that are technical, which means that they're being applied to a specific career. And so again, they prepare you for a career that you're looking into. And then another thing that is something that community colleges are known for is them having a foundational knowledge for your students. So that means that they're going to be giving you the basics to maybe English, history, math, all of these introductory courses that you need, and maybe you didn't have in high school, but that will prepare you to be ready for college. So a lot of the times I know that I hear students go, I'm going to go to community college for my basics. This is what they mean. It means that they're going to school to learn all of those introductory courses and to get ready for college. And maybe they're going to complete it at this 2-year school, or maybe they're going to transfer over. It just depends. And the final one that we're going to talk about is trade or technical school. So these are schools that, again, prepare you for a specific career, for something specific. So the length of time that you're going to be in these schools, it's going to vary. Maybe it's going to take a few months, maybe it's going to take a year, maybe it might take 2 years. It just depends on the length of the program, and it also depends on you. Maybe you're working, maybe you're taking other classes, maybe you're doing all of these other things that won't allow you to take your classes full time. So the length of the program is just going to vary by whatever it is that you want to study. Similar to the community college, they're only going to give you a certificate or diploma. So instead of you getting a bachelor's degree, these certificates and diplomas are certifying that you are an expert and you're knowledgeable in whatever it is that you studied. So you're able to take these to potential jobs, potential employers, and say, hey, I know about air conditioning. I know about cosmetology. I know about plumbing. This is what I know, and this is this is why you would be able to hire me. Again, like we mentioned, they teach specific skills, but they're for specific careers. That's going to be one of the biggest difference between a four-year college university, where you can apply it to a lot of different careers. These two, for the most part, are going to be able to be applied for only one specific career. And examples of these are, like I said, cosmetology, a plumber, a dental assistant, a culinary artist, or an automotive technician. These are all careers that you're being taught how to do them, how to be knowledgeable and experts in those specific areas, and how to be effective in that job. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our little trees, and we're gonna do a quick little activity to see how well you capture this information. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with our activities. So I'm gonna present you with a college or university, and you're going to place it where you think it belongs, at a four-year college or university, at our two-year community college or junior college, or at our trade and technical school. The first one that we have up is Baylor University. So is Baylor a four-year college or university, two-year community college or junior college, or a trade technical school? Correct. Baylor University is a four-year college and university. That means you're getting a bachelor's degree and you're spending approximately 4 years at an institution. The next one that we have up is Mountain View College. Is it a four-year college or university, a two-year community college or junior college, or a trade or technical school? So this one's a little tricky. You might have said that it was a four-year college or university. However, Mountain View College is part of our Dallas County community college system, which means that it is giving out associate's degrees, diplomas, and certificates instead of bachelor's degrees. And typically, you're going to spend about 2 years at this institution. The next one that we have up is Austin College. So, depending on what you know about Austin College, is Austin College a four-year college or university, a two-year community college or junior college, or a trade and technical school? Correct. Austin College is, in fact, a four-year college and university. So that means, again, you're getting a bachelor's degree and you're completing it in about 4 years. Up next, we have Paul Mitchell School. So think about what this might mean. Is it a four-year college or university, a two-year community college or junior college, or a technical or trade school? So some of you might know Paul Mitchell as a hair product, or the brand of several hair products. So that means, that's actually giving you a hint. It means that when you go to this school, you're specializing in hair, in cosmetology, which means that it would be a technical school. So here again, you're getting a certificate or diploma in a specific career or job. In this case, it's cosmetology. The next one that we have up is Navarro College. So I know some of you guys have seen this on Netflix. So is it a four-year college or university, two-year community college, junior college, or a trade technical school? Correct. It is a two-year community college or junior college. So again, you are not going to be leaving Navarro College with a bachelor's degree. You're going to be leaving it with a associate's degree, a diploma, or with a certificate. The next one that we have is the Arts Institute. So what do we know about the Arts Institute? What does the name tell us? Does that mean it's a four-year college or university, community college or junior college, or a trade or technical school? The name, just like Paul Mitchell, gives us a very, very good clue. Arts. So that means that a lot of their programs are going to be centered around the arts, meaning that it is going to be a trade or technical school. So you're going to be getting a certificate or degree that's going to allow you to work in careers such as graphic designer, artist, sculpting, all of these things that are specific to a specific career. And we're going to do one more. So this one is out of state, Oklahoma State University. What do you know about Oklahoma State University? Is it a four-year university or college, a two-year community college or junior college, or a trade technical school? Oklahoma State University. Very good, the name gave it away. So it is actually a four-year college or university, meaning, again, you're going to be leaving this institution with a bachelor's degree, and it's going to take you approximately 4 years to complete. Here we have the Universal Technical Institute. Do you think this institution is a four-year college, community college or junior college, or trade and technical school? Where do you think this belongs? Just like the other two over here, the name is going to give it away. Universal Technical Institute. This is an institution that is going to provide you with the skills and knowledge in order to be able to work on automotives, whether that's just regular cars or diesel. So again, these are programs that are helping you with a specific career, versus these, again, they're also giving you a technical education, but you can apply these to a four-year college or university. And again, these here are going to be four-year colleges and universities. They give you a bachelor's degree, and you're going to be able to apply these to a lot of different careers that are a little bit more broad. So you guys did really good. Again, if you have any questions, if you want to name any more that maybe I didn't put up here, feel free to put them in the comments and tell me where you think they would go. I'd love to hear about them. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you learned a lot of new things. However, if you have any questions about anything that I covered or anything that maybe didn't make sense, leave it in the comments below. And also, if you already know where you want to go for college or what you want to do after you graduate from high school, I'd also love to see your responses down below. So feel free to leave them in the comments. One last thing though, we will be having a BNA blog party today at 7, and we'd love to see you there. And so if you're interested in joining us, just send us a direct message so we can send you the code. And that way we can have a good time together. So I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you at our next video.